heard the voice of coordinator, how the coordinator sir is requesting to every and each learner to write their roll number in chat box so that your attendance will be taken into account. And it is also my earnest request to every and each learner to write their roll numbers so that we should start talking about our topic. Okay. Hello, one participant, Subhasri Chato, is trying to join the class. Actually, what problem she has, I don't understand. And so, is there any facility? So, has it been sent to all learners to join the group? Anyway, so we are discussing about BEGC-101, Indian Classical Literature. Indian Classical Literature. So, would anyone please tell me about the things of classical literature? What do you mean by classical literature? Actually, we may learn this. Classic means which is very unique, or you can say classic means extraordinary, and classic means it exists for all times to come. And classic literature means this literature will have appreciation for all times to come. Okay. So, we are going to discuss Indian classical literature, Kalidasa's play Abhigyana Sakuntalam. So, you must have heard the name of Kalidasa. And we, the Indian, always tell Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. Actually, Kalidas is more important as a play writer, as a poet, one of the 9 gems in the council of Vikramaditya, that is more important, more skilled than the greatest dramatist of English literature, William Shakespeare. Okay. So, hello, coordinator sir, some students are trying to join the group and they cannot join, they telephone me. What should I do? Prabhakar sir. Hello, Prabhakar sir.
हाँ जतिराज कहतु आज्ञा
दि तीन जन स्टूडेंट चाहूचंती जॉइन करिया को कि जॉइन करि पारु ना
नै 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 जॉइन हमें अछु से माने करंतु से माने करो मीट खोली गिरी से माने हमरो जो डाहण पटे 6टा डिजिट अछि ताको देले 6टा कोड अछि कोडी 7टा अछि कोडी 8टा अछि से डाहण पटे जो कोड अछि से कोड दे देलो खोली जीवो
अच्छा अच्छा से कोन टिके प्रॉब्लम होची से जॉइन करि पारु ना
जची भाई
हाँ भाई
हमरो 10 रु पिला बहुत जॉइन करि गेलनी तेनु जे जॉइन करबा कथा से माने करंतु वर्तमान हमें फुल स्ट्रेंथ रे इंग्लिश रे वर्तमान फुल स्ट्रेंथ रो अधिका हे गेलानी अच्छा क्लास आरंभ हो चालू
हां हां Okay. Now I like to ask this to all the learners. Am I audible to you clearly?
Yes, sir. Fully audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So,
Yes, sir.
are you belong to Odisha or outside Odisha? Students are there.
Belongs to
Odisha,
Odisha.
sir.
Okay, then you can also understand my language, my pronunciation, and sometimes when you find difficult to understand me, you please ask me, unmute and let me know your problem so that we can also discuss some important point in Odia also. You won't have any problems
Yes,
because
sir.
it is my responsibility to make you to give you better understanding regarding the things. Okay. So Kalidas, okay. So Tej
Yes,
Kaur.
sir.
So one Punjabi student perhaps is there Kaur, Tej Kaur.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Uh, can you not understand Odia language?
No, sir, I can understand. I am born
Okay,
and brought up
okay,
in Odisha only.
okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. So my point was that we consider Kalidas, or we say this thing. Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. Actually, Kalidas is more important than Shakespeare. Johnson, one of the critics, has given this opinion that if you put one drama of Kalidas in one of the span of, then if you keep all the writings of 37 plays of William Shakespeare in another span, then 37 plays of William Shakespeare may not be equal with a single drama of Kalidas. So Kalidas, the casting, whenever we start a drama, actually the starting that Indian dramatists present, we don't find this sorts of presentation in the writings of the dramatists of European countries. Okay, I can set you an example. When this Abhigyana Sakuntalam is staged, the characters never come to stage directly. At the very outset, one girl, a boy, supposed to be Noto and a Noti. That is in drama, in Sanskrit drama, it is called Noto and Noti. And when we see a drama or jatra in Odia literature, we find there is a duet, there is a breakdance, only to merrymack, only to keep the audience in char, in jolly mood. We take help of breakdance, we take help of duet. But now, this was prevailing very earlier. Whenever any drama starts, before set up the drama, before approaching of the characters to the stage, Noto and Noti, a girl and a boy, they dance on the stage and they narrate entire theme of the drama in their poetic conversation. ବୁଝିହେଉଛି ନା ନାଇଁ? Poetic conversation. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ନାଟକ ଭାରତର ନାଟ୍ୟକାର ମାନେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରନ୍ତି, ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ କ'ଣ କରନ୍ତି ନା ନାଟକ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଚରିତ୍ର ମାନେ ମଞ୍ଚକୁ ପ୍ରବେଶ କରିବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ କୌଣସି ବିଷୟବସ୍ତୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଜଣେ ନଟ ଏବଂ ନଟି, a male and female, they dance and narrate the entire theme of the drama in poetic conversation, in poetic form. ବୁଝିହଉଛି ନା ନାଇଁ? ଗୀତରେ ଗୋଟେ ଝିଅ କହୁଥିବ, ଗୋଟେ ପୁଅ ମଧ୍ୟ କହୁଥିବ, ଉଭୟ ନାଚିକି ଗୋଟେ ନାଟକର ଏଣ୍ଟାୟାର ଥିମ୍କୁ ସେମାନେ ଡେସ୍କ୍ରାଇବ୍ କରୁଥିବେ। ଇଏ ହେଉଛି ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ ଡ୍ରାମାଟିଷ୍ଟ ମାନଙ୍କର ଇଏ ହେଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର ୟୁନିକ୍ ଷ୍ଟାଇଲ, and that we don't find in the writings of European dramatists. Okay, so you may take example of Hamlet, you may take example of King Lear, you may take example of so many dramas that we read and acquainted with the plays of William Shakespeare or Marlowe or Webster, any other dramatist that you have read in literature. Their starting is not like the starting of Indian dramatist drama that we find in Indian context, right? So, and Kalidas was, there were 9 jewels, 9 gems, you can say, in the court of King Vikramaditya. You must have heard the name of King Vikramaditya. King Vikramaditya was the younger brother of Bhartruhari. You must have heard the great poet Bhartruhari. Bhartruhari, who had written that Prema Sataka, Sringara Sataka, and Niti Satakam. Okay, 300 poems he had composed, and he was quite fed up with these social affairs and left this society and went to forest for meditation, giving the responsibility of royalty to Vikramaditya. And in the court of Vikramaditya, there were 9 gems, and Kalidas was one of the gems and most prolific writer. That it is told, Kalidasa Viransira Kalidasa Saraswati Chaturmukha Prabhavidya Vidgunamya Chamutyate. ଯେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମାଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ 3ଟି ମୁଣ୍ଡ, ତିନୋଟି ମୁଣ୍ଡର ଯୋଉ ଜ୍ଞାନ ଅଛି କାଳିଦାସଙ୍କର ମୁଣ୍ଡରେ, କାଳିଦାସଙ୍କର ତାଙ୍କ ସୃଷ୍ଟିରେ ସେତିକି ଜ୍ଞାନକୁ ସେ ଧରିକି ରଖିଥାନ୍ତି। So we come to know the efficiency, the skillfulness of Kalidas, and he's supposed to. Okay.
Someone is writing the noise coming. ये ठीक अच्छी. All the learners joining the late. All the learners who join late, they are requested to write their enrollment number in the chat box. Okay. Chat box.
So you must have heard the voice of our dear coordinator, Professor Ranjit Babu, that he is requesting to every and each learner to write his roll number, enrollment number in the chat box, so that we could assert our presence in classroom. Okay. So if anybody was forgotten to mention his enrollment number, please write down now. It is right time to write down your enrollment number now. Now, so let me say you one thing, that Kalidas was the man of such personality. We have heard a lot about Kalidas. Okay, and how Kalidas was rejected by his wife, how Kalidas was humiliated, and his family life was quite disturbed, and he achieved everything by the mercy of the blessings of Goddess Saraswati. Okay, the same Kalidas became the great poet of India. Now, if we consider, if we see, no dramatist has ever surpassed the skillness of writing of Kalidas. Okay, and Kalidas was the court poet of Ujjain in the court of Vikramaditya. Okay, so our concern, because I don't like to take a lot of times discussing all about Kalidas, and just as it is an introductory class, and being the student of English literature, we should have bit knowledge about Kalidas. Okay, it is works have survived the test of time. Among these, we have three long lyrical poems, three plays, and an incomplete epic. The poems believed to have been retained by Kalidas include Ritu Samhara. Okay, then Kumara Sambhavam, Meghadutam, then Malavika and Agnimitram. Okay, that Abhigyana Sakuntalam. And this is our concern, and this is the topic that I want to discuss with you about Sakuntala. Okay, and this Sakuntala episode, you may say that Kalidasa, Bhavabuti, Varamira, Bhasa, those who have composed anything as written, they have borrowed all ideas from the great epics, Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Okay, they all have chosen or selected their characters of composition from the great writings of Vyasa and Valmiki. Okay, so the epic or this thing that we read now, Abhigyana Sakuntalam, it is found in Adi Parva of the Mahabharata. In the Adi Parva of the Mahabharata, in the beginning page of the Mahabharata. Okay, so it is renounced as one among the many ancestral legend of the Puru lineage by Janmejaya on the occasion of sacrificial rituals. Okay, so this origin of story, if we search for the search of the origin of the play, it is started or it was mentioned in the Adi Parva of the Mahabharata. First of all, let me say you, we are living in the state Bharata. This Bharata state has been named after the name of Bharata. Name of Bharata. And Bharata was one of the king of Raghuvansha, of the Suryavanshi king. So Bharata was the son of Shakuntala and Dushyanta. You see, the name of this Bharatavarsha has been named after the name of the son of Shakuntala and Dushyanta, Bharata. Okay? In this episode, we must have heard the name of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was meditating to become Brahmasmi. Brahmasri, how to achieve the title of Brahmasri? He was trying for that because Vasishtha, the Kula Guru or the Guru of Raghuvansa dynasty, he did not admit Vishwamitra as Brahmasri. He always tell Vasishtha, he always tell Vishwamitra as Rajasri. But Vishwamitra was irritated. He got irritated. Or this version of Vasishtha irritated Vishwamitra. And he asked Vasishtha, why don't you call me Brahmasri? Instead of saying me Brahmasri, why do you call me Rajarsi? But Vasishtha's answer was that you have not achieved the status of Brahmasri. You are still Rajarsi. You are great king. You are the greatest king among all the kings. So you are Rajarsi. But you have not achieved the status of Brahmarsi. To achieve the status of Brahmarsi, how Vasishtha would tell him Brahmarsi? He was meditating for that. Okay. And the episode that comes after that, this is not our concern, or we will not going to that portion to discuss all about that, because Vishwamitra arranged a yajna in which he arranged that yajna was meant to kill Vasishtha, and reciting hymns, all the family members of Vasishtha was put in the fireplace. They all turned into ashes. And when Vasishtha was the main worshipper of that yajna, Vasishtha was reciting the name, he was reciting his name and going to put himself into the fire pot of yajna. So this time, Vishwamitra held his hand and requested Vasishtha, you don't please put yourself in the pot of that yajna. So Vasishtha immediately recited that now you have been promoted from Rajarsi to Brahmasri. So from that day, Vishwamitra became Brahmarsi. But before that achievement, before that acknowledgement, the incident that took place with Vishwamitra, the incident that we are discussing, when he was in deep meditation and he was trying to achieve the blessings of God, Brahma, during this time, Indra, he thought Vishwamitra perhaps is trying to take away my throne. and he may ousted me from the throne of Indrasi, and he would occupy the seat of Indra in heaven, anticipating that there were so many beautiful women or dancers in the court of Indra. So one of them was Urvasi. Okay, Rambha, Menaka, Urvasi, all so many beautiful dancers were there. So it was Indra who sent to disturb the dance of Vishwamitra. Okay, and the dancer came and started to dance around the place where Vishwamitra was meditating. Vishwamitra जोटी बसिकी तपस्या करुचंती ब्रह्मर्षि हवा पई चेष्टा करुचंती इंद्र तांकर जने नर्तकी को पठेई तांकर ध्यान भग्न करी तपस्या भंग करिया पई पठेइछन कारण बोध विश्वामित्र जदि से सफल हो जानते ताको मेडिटेशन रे ताहले निश्चित भाव इंद्र पद को से नहीं जीवे से भय रे से कौन करुचे ना जने नर्तकी को पठाउछन ओके एंड दैट नर्तकी she started to dance around Shakuntala, that she started to dance. The name of that dancer was Menaka. Menaka came to disturb the meditation of Vishwamitra. And when Vishwamitra was in deep meditation, Menaka started to dance to break the meditation of Vishwamitra. Okay. So after sometimes we find the meditation of Vishwamitra disturbed and that was broken. He got up and when he came upon the beauty of Menaka, he fell in love. Both they started to love each other and Vishwamitra settled with Menaka. After some days, a child was born. When the child was born, Vishwamitra asked Menaka that we have enjoyed a lot of time. I have lost many times in this marital activities. So if I continue this life, I may not achieve anything in my life. So let me go to forest to meditate. Now the child was born. Menaka, she answered, if you are going for meditation, what should I do with this child? And she left that baby there. Then she disappeared. ସେଇଠି ସେ ଛୁଆକୁ ବଣରେ ଛାଡ଼ିକି ସେ ପଳେଇଗଲା। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ରିଟିକ୍ସ ମାନେ କହନ୍ତି ଶକୁନ୍ତଳା ନେଇକି ଚାଲି ଯାଇଥିଲା କାହାକୁ ମେନକା ଶକୁନ୍ତଳାକୁ ନେଇକି ସ୍ୱର୍ଗକୁ ଚାଲି ଯାଇଥିଲେ ଏବଂ କିଛି ବର୍ଷ ପରେ କର୍ଣ୍ଣମୁନି ଯାଇକି ତାକୁ ଆଣିଥିଲେ। ଇଏ ଗୋଟିଏ କଥା ଅଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ଯୋଉ କଥା ଆମେ ପଢୁଛେ it is the classical information that we discuss in present time regarding the birth of Shakuntala. Then when Menaka left that baby or infant in forest and disappeared or went to heaven, so the baby or infant became distressed and she became helpless. So human baby is very helpless. So if the baby of any animal is left alone, it can grow it can survive, but human baby just cannot do that. Human baby will die immediately. So when a vulture मैंने जानचो पिला हेलो ये vulture माने कौन हाँ ଶାଗୁଣା vulture होची ଶାଗୁଣା ताकू संस्कृत रे कहती शकुन बुझी होची ना नहीं शकुन बोली ताकू कहती तेन शकुन जेतबे देखिला ये an infant is lying helplessly only to warn the child, warn the infant. She spread her wing upon that infant. So the infant getting that warm and heat of the vulture's wing started to open her eyes. So by the way, that great rishi Kanua was passing by that time. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖିଲା ଶିଶୁଟି ନିସହାୟ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ପଡ଼ିଛି ଏବଂ ମଣିଷ ଶିଶୁ ନିସହାୟ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ପଡ଼ିଲେ ମୃତ୍ୟୁ ସୁନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଶାଗୁଣା that eats the flesh of all animals, she became compassion. She showed her sympathy towards this baby. ତେଣୁ ଏ ଛୋଟ ଶିଶୁଟିକି ଦୟା ଦେଖେଇ ଯେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ମାଂସକୁ ଆହରଣ କରେ ସେ ଚାହିଁଥିଲେ ଖାଇପାରିଥାନ୍ତା କିନ୍ତୁ ନ ଖାଇକି ସେ ଥଣ୍ଡାରେ ପଡ଼ିଥିବାରୁ ତା ପରକୁ ତା ଉପରେ ଘୋଡ଼େଇ ଦଉଛି ଏବଂ ତା ଦେହର ଉଷୁମରେ ସେ ପିଲାଟିକୁ ଉଷୁମ କରିକି ତାକୁ ସତେଜ କରୁଛି ସେ ତା ଆଖି ଖୋଲୁଛି ଏହି ଦୃଶ୍ୟ କନ୍ନମୁନି ତାଙ୍କ ଆଶ୍ରମକୁ ଫେରୁଥିବା ସମୟରେ ତାଙ୍କ ନଜରକୁ ଆସିଛି ଏବଂ ସେ ନଜରକୁ ଆସିଲା ପରେ ସେ ଶକୁନ ପାଖକୁ ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି ଶକୁନ ତାକୁ ଘୋରେଇକି ରଖିଥିବାରୁ ପ୍ରୋଟେକ୍ଟ କରୁଥିବାରୁ ସେ ଝିଅର ନାଁ ଶକୁନ୍ତଳା ହେଲା ଶକୁନ ଅର୍ଥ ହଉଛି ଶାଗୁଣା ତାର ତଳେ ଯିଏ ଥିଲା ତା ନାଁ ହଉଛି ସେ ଦିଟା ଯାକର ପରିସ୍ଥିତିକୁ ଦେଇ ସେ ତା ନାଁ ଦେଲେ ଶକୁନ୍ତଳା Now you can understand why the name of that infant became Shakuntala, as she was protected and saved by a vulture. That is why she was named after Shakuntala. Okay, and Kandamuni brought that infant to his hermitage, and in the hermitage, so other girls were there. They were leading the life of celibacy in the hermitage in the ashram of Kannua. Vishaka was there, Anusaya was there. So they became very close friend to Shakuntala. Okay, they took all sorts of care of that baby and she started to grow in the hermitage of Kannamuni. କନ୍ନମୁନିଙ୍କର ଆଶ୍ରମରେ ଶକୁନ୍ତଳା ସେ ବଢିବା ପାଇଁ ଲାଗିଲା okay and being the students of English honors I should mention it here when we talk about eco literature eco means that stands for ecology. So the literature that describes the scenic beauty, the environment, the natural scenery, surroundings, and talks a lot about nature and talks a lot about the surrounding where that literature was written. We said that literature इको लिटरेचर जो साहित्य ता परिवेश विषय लिखुता है, प्राकृतिक सौंदर्य विषय लिखुता है, जो साहित्य समाज विभिन्न परिस्थिति विषय आलोचना करुता है, आम से साहित्य को इको लिटरेचर भी कही। इको लिटरेचर दिस इज वेरी near term or definition that I explained about eco literature. I like to say it here because of this, because where the drama has been set, it is set in the hermitage, in the jungle of, in the forest of Hastinapura, because that hermitage of Hastinapura, okay, Kuruvanshara जो राजधानी होची हस्तिना बुझे से हस्तिनापुर राज्यर ये होची जंगल एवं ए फॉरेस्ट रे सो मेनी ऋषिज सेजेस हर्मिट्स सेंट्स आर लीडिंग देयर लाइफ सो कन्नौज मुनीस hermitage was there where Shakuntala was growing. Okay, this is about the birth of Shakuntala. But our topic is that how Shakuntala came in contact with Dushyanta, or in what situation Dushyanta came upon Shakuntala, and how the love affairs proceeded in between Shakuntala and Dushyanta. And what was the consequence? What was the consequence, result of this love marriage? Because we have 18 types of marriage. If you have sociology and you must have read in types of marriage, there are 18 types of marriage. And out of them, Gandharva marriage is there, one of them, Gandharva marriage. Gandharva matare जो marriage होता है ताको Gandharva marriage भी कहता है. And the love relationship ended by Gandharva marriage in between Shakuntala and Dushyanta. But again, the course of Rishi Dirvasha that entered became a factor in between love relationship of Shakuntala and Dushyanta. तेणु जिम्ति प्रत्येक ड्रामा रे गोटे ड्रामा रे गोटे हीरो था, देयर मस्ट बी हीरो, there must be a heroine, there must be a villain, because villain's role is most important to excite the feelings of the audience. Drama रो विषय वस्तु को शीर्ष को नहीं था, क्लाइमैक्स रे पहुंची था विलेन बा खलनायक रो तार जो भूमिका से जो चरित्र प्रत्येक नाटक को गोटे शीर्ष स्थान को नहीं जाता. तेणु प्रत्येक नाटक जमी गोटे खलनायिकर आवश्यकता रही चलचंचल करने नाटक को अन्य समस्त चरित्र मान को एवं देखण हारी को जो माने दर्शक अच्छा से चलचंचल करने से फुर्ती रखापी से मन भितर एक इच्छा एक आग्रह को बलवत्त करिया पाई बुझुछि ना नहीं ताको प्रबलतर करिया पाई गोटे खलनायिकर उपस्थिति अत्यंत गुरुत्वपूर्ण तेणु ये जो खलनायकर भूमिका एटी खलनायक कहले एटी कई ना एटी खलनायक कहले आमे हेलो हेलो
Yes, sir.
हेलो
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सुनी पारछो तो ओके
Yes.
Yes, sir.
एटी खलनायक कहले an individual is not appearing physically but the course of a villain playing a major role to separate hero and heroine बुझियो ना in every drama there is an exposition then after exposition we come to next point rising to action and after rising to action we come to know about climax after climax the story or situation of the drama started to subside and that is called fall in action after fall in action we come upon the next point that is catastrophe this is the tragic ending okay नाटकर प्रत्येक नाटक नाट्यकार नाटक रो लेखा सब भिन्न भिन्न अटे प्रत्येक नाटकर प्रथम अंक द्वितीय अंक तृतीय अंक चतुर्थ अंक ये सब अंक मानक विभाग करा जाए आम ड्रामा को अन्य लिटरेचर मानक ठार केमिति पृथक करिबा ना नाटक रे in poem we do not have dialogues we do not have acts we don't have any scenes we may have certain characters but the characters remain silent and we are simply reading the poems and we understand someone is speaking this someone is writing this but when the things of drama comes up that the characters comes up and when the characters come up then their dialogue comes up when the dialogue come up then we come upon act scene and likewise like this गोटे गोटे ड्रामा आम पढ़ा देखिए प्रत्येक पेज को उल्टोथुवा नुआ नुआ लोकों ना सब पढ़ुवा किंतु प्रत्येक ड्रामाटिस्ट प्रथम अंकरे जेते जन तांकर भूमिका निर्वाह करुछन चरित्र माने समस्त चरित्र मानकर सूचना प्रथम अंक आमको दे सारी क्या सहित कार संपर्क कौन किए हीरो किए हीरोइन हीरो सहित हीरोइन संपर्क कौन हीरो रो व्यापार काम कौन हीरोइन रो व्यापार काम कौन about their family members about all these situations we come upon एवं यही जो सूचना पाठक माने दर्शक माने पाई था प्रथम अंक सेटा को एक्सपोजिशन बोली कहते तापर राइज टू एक्शन कहले कौन राइज टू एक्शन आई कैन गिव एन एग्जांपल क्लासरूम रे बसिच लेक्चरर सेठी पढ़ौचनी टेबुल आड़ को ना ब्लैक बोर्ड आड़ को अनैचंती ए समय रे विलेन को कुछ गोटा चीट फोपाड़ी दूची का आड़ हीरोइन आड़ को एवं हीरोइन डिस्टर्ब होची एवं क्लास पर हीरो कौन कर जाकि विलेन को बाड़ौची कहीं तू क्लास रे डिस्टर्ब कर एवं आर आई हीरोइक क्वालिटी को देखिकी हीरोइन को लाइक कर जाउची एठी कौन होची ना द एंग्जाइटी और anxiousness of the audience rise here एठी ऑडियंस मानकर आग्रह उत्कंठा आस्ते आस्ते बढ़ी जाउछि जे आगु कौन हम सतरे हीरो इज गोइंग टू इज गेटिंग मैरिड टू हीरो और नॉट, if there is any trouble, or villain will do some mischiefs in between their relationship. All these things that comes to mind of audience at the time of watching this drama or plays or anything else, right? So when we came to know all about the situations taking place in different ways, we said that rise of action. ଏଇଠି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମ ମନରେ ଉତ୍କଣ୍ଠା ଆସି ଯାଉଛି ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଶେଷ ପରିଣାମକୁ ଆମେ ଅପେକ୍ଷା କରୁଛେ, ଏଟାକୁ ରାଇଜିଂ ଅଫ୍ ଆକ୍ସନ ବୋଲି କହନ୍ତି। ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଦେଖୁଛେ ଦ ରିଲେସନସିପ ବିଟୱିନ୍ ହିରୋ ଆଣ୍ଡ ହିରୋଇନ ଇଜ ସେଟେଲ୍ଡ, ପାର୍ସିଆଲି ସେଟେଲ୍ଡ। ହିରୋ ଆଣ୍ଡ ହିରୋଇନ ମାନଙ୍କର ରିଲେସନ ଏକ ପ୍ରକାର ସେଟ୍ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ଏବଂ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଏଣ୍ଡିଂ ମିଳନଟା ଶେଷକୁ ହବ, ଏ କଥା ଆମେ ଅନୁଭବ କରିପାରୁଛେ। ଏ ସିନ୍ ଟାକୁ ଆମେ କ୍ଲାଇମାକ୍ସ ବୋଲି କହୁଛେ ଏବଂ ସେଠି ଭିଲେନ ତାର ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର କାଣ୍ଡ କାରଖାନା କରି ସେ ହିରୋ ହିରୋଇନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ମାନେ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସଟା କରିବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛି, ବୁଝିହଉଛି? ଏଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ କ୍ଲାଇମାକ୍ସ କହୁଛେ। ଏବଂ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦେଖୁଛେ ଯେ ହିରୋ is going to marry the heroine sitting at the altar, and the pandit or the scholars are reciting hymns to make sacred the relationship. During this time, we find that the villain arrived on the spot with his lieutenants. They are kidnapping the heroine. ए समय हिरोइन की किडनैप कर नहीं जाउछि। आमे जानी पारुछे जे निश्चित भाव में विलेन माने तार मृत्यु निश्चित। पुलिस ताको धरिबो, हिरो जाई कि तार लोक मान को नहीं पहुंचबो, ताको माड़ थोड़ाई दबो, से माड़ फड़ खाई कि साइज होला परे पुनी हिरोइन की धर के लेके आसीबे, सब सेट हे जे। एटा होछि एंडिंग एवं कैटास्ट्रोफिक, एटा होछि माने एंडिंग हे गला। आंटी क्लाइमैक्स कहले आमे कोन बुझिबा, कैटास्ट्रोफिक कहले आमे कोन बुझिबा? अच्छा, तुम घर पाखे सपोज कौन सी यात्रा होची, ड्रामा होची कि कौन सी फंक्शन होची, फंक्शन हवा पूर्व तुम मन भीतर जो उत्कंठा, जो आग्रह एवं जेते कि स्वप्न तुम मन भीतर रही था, जेते से फंक्शन टा हैला तुम ताको एंजॉय कला। फंक्शन पर दिन तुम रात्रि सोई पड़छ, ता पर जाई कि ता पर न देखिलो सेठी सब माने कौन से दना सब चारियाडे पड़ी, बरा खंडिया बरा सब पड़ी, पॉलिथिन सब पड़ी, टिकेट सब पड़ी, कुकुर सब कामड़ा कामुड़ी माने ताकू खाउचंती, काउ खुपी नहीं कि गछ ऊपर ताकू खाउची एवं से सिचुएशन ता से जो जगह को देखला तो मन भीतर को प्रकार फीलिंग्स आसु, जो प्रकार जो गुटे नॉस्टैल्जिया आसुची, एटा को यू कैन से दैट एंटी क्लाइमैक्स। एवं ए टाइप रो सिचुएशन केतेबे आसुची जेतेबे हमें देखुचे द हीरो इज किल्ड बाय द विलेन, सो वी कैन नॉट एक्सेप्ट दिस सॉर्ट्स ऑफ एंडिंग ऑफ द ड्रामा बिकॉज ऑल द ऑडियंस आर ऑलवेज इन फेवर ऑफ हीरो। हीरो आम भाई बिरादर कथा लोक नुहे कि विलेन मध्य आम भाई बिरादर लोक नुहे, किंतु आमे सब ऑडियंस माने सब हीरो को पूरा आमर भल पाई कि पूरा आम घर लोक बोली कि हम भाभी देथौ। वी कैन नॉट टॉलरेट द मिसचिफ एंड एनी सॉर्ट्स ऑफ इल एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द विलेन। आमे विलेन की जेतबे माडा होतबा आमे सेठी सीट उठी कि कुदुथबा, हीरो रे जदी किछि हे गेला आम आखिर लुह बहुतबा। तेन जिते आम बही रे शेष हवाटा को आमर आशान रूपक भाव शेष न कि दे माने आमर आशार बाहर को जाकि शेष होची, हिरोइन की विलेन मैरेज कर जाउची कि हीरो को मारी दउची, से समय एंडिंग टा अत्यंत दुखद एंडिंग होची। ए जो ड्रामाटा को सरस एक्टिव करके रखिया पे जो लोकर भूमिका मुख्य से हीरो नुहे, सी हूँ किए विलेन। The villain is most important character in drama to keep active or to maintain activeness of the drama or to keep the characters alert in drama, right? So that the villain that we find here in Abhigyana Sakuntalam, that villain, though he is present personally, but he is not doing any mischief. We know Durvasa is the rishi of great anger. And even if God, goddesses, they fear of Durvasa. Durvasa भस्म କରିଦେବେ। ଦୁର୍ବାସାକୁ ସ୍ୱର୍ଗ ମର୍ତ୍ତ୍ୟ ପାତାଳ ସବୁ ଲୋକମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ଅଭିଶାପକୁ ଭୟ କରନ୍ତି। ଅଭିଶାପରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ସେ ପାଉଁଶ କରିଦେବେ। ଏ ଭୟ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଅଛି। ଯୋଉ ଭୟର ପରିଣାମରେ କୁନ୍ତଭୋଜ ରାଜା କୁନ୍ତୀକୁ ଦୁର୍ବାସାଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ତ ସେବା ସହାୟତା ଯୋଗାଇ ଦେବା ପାଇଁ କହିଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ବାପ ହେଇକି ଝିଅକୁ କହିଥିଲେ ତୁ ତୋର ସମସ୍ତ ଦେହ ମନ ସମସ୍ତ କଥାକୁ ଉତ୍ସର୍ଗ କରି ଋଷି ଦୁର୍ବାସାଙ୍କୁ ସନ୍ତୁଷ୍ଟ କରିବୁ, ଯେମିତି କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ରାଗ ଦ୍ୱେଷ ତାଙ୍କ ମନ ଭିତରେ ଆସିବ ନାହିଁ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ କୁନ୍ତୀ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଭାବରେ ନିଜକୁ ସମର୍ପଣ କରିଦେଇଥିଲା ଦୁର୍ବାସାଙ୍କର ସେବାରେ। ଦୁର୍ବାସା ଏବଂ କୁନ୍ତୀଙ୍କର ପ୍ରେମ ପରିଣମର ପରିଣାମ ହେଉଛି କର୍ଣ୍ଣ। ଉଭୟଙ୍କ ପ୍ରେମରୁ ସମ୍ପର୍କରୁ जो संतान जात होइतला तार नाम होछि कर्ण। आमे कर्ण को सूर्यंकर पुत्र बोली कहिथाउ, किंतु भंडारकरंकर रिपोर्टर अनुसार एते विज्ञान सम्मत जे स्वर्ग बोली गोटे जगह नाही, नरक बोली गोटे जगह नाही। ताको पैराडाइज लॉस्ट मिल्टन लिखुचंती जे माइंड इज इन इट्स ओन प्लेस, it can make hell of heaven and heaven of hell। आमे जोठी अच्छे सेठी ठीक अच्छे बुझिहोछि। मनीष मनरे से नरक तैयारी करुछि, स्वर्ग को मध्य तैयारी करुछि। स्वर्ग बोली गोटे जगह नाही कि नरक बोली कोनोसी जगह नाही। ये होछि मनीष मनर कथा। So that Durvasa, you see, that Durvasa, and this was the consequence of during the time of Mahabharata, Dwapara Yuga, the same Durvasa was there, because during that time the rishis, munis, or hermits, they were living for thousands of years। से माने हजार कोटि कोटि वर्ष they were living, and the justification you can find with at the age of 750। Hello, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, because I cannot see myself on the screen, I thought perhaps you all have been disappeared and left, and something is going on problematic. I am not appearing because I do not want to, I don't try to go back to the screen, because if I take any care, then it may be disturbed. So in fear of that, I am not touching my phone. Okay. So during that time, that was time of Dwapara. Okay. So in the same way, Bharata, you see, after 10 generation, after 10 generation, that Sakuntala came up. Before 10 generation, Bharata was there. Okay. Bharata was there after long years. So that Bharata, by the name of Bharata, this state has been named. ତମ ମନରେ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଆସୁଛି, ଏତେ ବର୍ଷ କଣ ସେମାନେ ବଞ୍ଚୁଥିଲେ? ଯେ 750 ବର୍ଷରେ ନନ୍ଦଙ୍କର ପୁତ୍ର ସନ୍ତାନ ଜାତ ହେଇଥିଲା। ବୁଝିହଉଛି ନା ନାଇଁ? ତମେ ଶୁଣି ନା ଗପ ଶୁଣିଛ ନା ନାଇଁ? 750 ବର୍ଷରେ କୃଷ୍ଣ ବଳରାମ ମାନେ ପୁତ୍ର ରୂପେ ଆସିଥିଲେ। 750 ବର୍ଷ ବୟସ ମାନେ ତାର ଲୋକମାନେ କେତେ କେତେ ବର୍ଷ ବଞ୍ଚୁଥିଲେ, ୟୁ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଇମାଜିନ୍। ସାଧାରଣ ମଣିଷ ମାନେ they were living for some years, but Hermitage sages they were living for long years. They became immortal, so to say. They were very much immortal. Now, the same Durvasha, he gave course. He became villain in the play. अरे पिला तुमको बोर लागुन तो? हेलो?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
ठीक अछि तमे माने मु माने कहूथिबा कथा को तमे इंग्रजी रे बुझी पारतबा को ओडिया तो मैक्सिमम टाइम कहूची। इंग्रजी रे कम समय कहूची एवं ओडिया रे कम माने बेसी समय कहूची। So that you can able to understand. If any problem you have, then I also explain the same matter in Odia. You'll have better clarity for that. So the same Durvasha, he played mischief. I can say, I like to say that he played mischief doing this. Without understanding anything, without knowing anything, he poured his blessing curse upon the thought of Shakuntala. And he became the great factor to separate the love of Dushanta and Shakuntala. Okay. So the thing that I want to say you, that this genre, this type of drama that we read of Kalidasa, that Abhigyana Shakuntala. Shakuntala is the central character whose feelings and thoughts are elaborated in great detail by the playwright. And you can say the play revolves around her travels and fights. And for now, suffice it to say that the story of Shakuntala undergoes a sea of change in the hands of Kalidas. Okay. ଯାହା ଥିଲା ତାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ନାଟ୍ୟକାର ସିଏ ତା ପାଟରେ ସେ ଚରିତ୍ର ମାନଙ୍କୁ ସେ ଲେଖିବ। ଯେମିତି ଅଛି ସେମିତି ନୁହେଁ, ସିଏ ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ପୁଟ ଦବ, ଆଉ ଟିକେ ରସାୟନିତ କରିବ, ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଗୋଟେ ମାର୍ମିକ କରିବ, ଆଉ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରବଣ ଯୁକ୍ତ କରିବ। କାରଣ ନାଟକଟା ହିଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦର୍ଶକ ମାନେ ଦେଖିବେ, ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରବଣ, ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ଇମୋସନ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସରଚାର୍ଜ କରିକି ରଖିଥାଉ। Let us look at dramatic, more specifically we should look at ancient Indian aesthetics, and aesthetics dictate to aspects of thought. Aesthetics. Aesthetic कहले कौन बुझी परछ ना नहीं? Aesthetic कहले सौंदर्य बोध, भलकू देखि पारिबार गोटे सामर्थ्य, सुंदर कथा को देखिकी ताकू वर्णना करिवार, अनुभव करिवार सामर्थ्यता को एस्थेटिक कहते। मन भितरे गोटे स्फुरण सृष्टि हुए, मनीष तल्लीन हो जाए, मनीष भितरे गोटे भावना सृष्टि हुए, सौंदर्य बोधर गोटे भावना सृष्टि हुए, ताको आम एस्थेटिक कही था। गोटे ऐश्वर्य चिंतन बुझी ना नहीं, गोटे माने क्वांटम थॉट मनीष भीतर को आसी था, गोटे मेटाफिजिक्स थॉट मनीष भीतर को आसी था। ताको आम ए ड्रामाटिक एलिमेंट्स जरिया रे देखिया को पाई था, बुझी ना नहीं। एवं एगुड़िक देख कवितार लिखा है, काव्य आमे डायलॉग गुड़िक कथबार्ता करुचे, प्रोजाइक वे करुचे, किंतु एटा लिखा है कौन ना पोएटिक फॉर्म में लिखा है। कालिदासर माने 1564 शेक्सपियर जन्म होते। कालिदास होचंती तृतीय चतुर्थ सेंचुरी। से समय शेक्सपियर शह शह वर्ष पूर्व कालिदास had composed this drama in poetic form, कविता फॉर्म रे, काव्य फॉर्म रे कथापकथन होचंदी चरित्रमान। ये होची ए कविता, कविता बा गीत आमे सुनिले आमे टिके तल्लीन हो जाऊ, आमे आत्महरा हो पड़ू, आम भितर विभोरपण टिके जागी उठे, बुझी होची ना नहीं। एवं ये जो एस्थेटिक सेंस को नाट्यकार कालिदास ताको किमिति दर्शक मान भितरे, पाठक मान भितरे आसीबो, सेतिपई से भर्स एवं स्पीच सॉन्ग, एक्टिंग, मास, कॉस्ट्यूम्स, ऑर्नामेंट्स एगुड़िक सब विभिन्न प्रकार अच्छे। कारण जो 9टा रस अच्छी, नवरस, श्रृंगार रस, प्रेम रस, वीर रस, ये सब विभिन्न जो रस सब अच्छी, प्रत्येक रस को प्रत्येक चरित्र मान भितर परिस्फुटन करने, रिफ्लेक्ट करने ड्रामाटिस्ट सब समय प्रयास करता है। ओके, सो it is a form had emerged on the literary horizons. That you must be knowing, many of the elements of drama were already in place at the very early time, perhaps by the middle of the first millennium BC, at the time of Panini. Panini, the great grammarian. Panini होचंती संस्कृत ग्रामर जे पिता, जे ग्रामर व्याकरण पिता, सबु व्याकरण जे स्रष्टा होचंती पाणिनि। तांकर बहिर ना होच कोन अष्टाध्यायी, अष्टाध्यायी 1, अष्टाध्यायी 2, 2 खंड वॉल्यूम से लिखिते। द ग्रेट ग्रामरियन was also a poet with various traditions converging around this time, the literary tradition of the Vedas and epics, the popular and folklore traditions centering perhaps around vegetation, rites, festivals, you can say sowing and harvesting, the ritual drama and dance with storylines. It was inevitable that drama, as we understand it, should have been evolving into its final form. Okay. So you can say that Veda may be full of hymns and religious invocations, but they also tell stories, speculate about the world and the truth to the argumentative propensity solid in pews. That's difficult questions. You see, ଯେତେ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଅଛି କୌଣସି ସାହିତ୍ୟ ରାମାୟଣ ମହାଭାରତକୁ ଟପି ଯାଇପାରୁନାହିଁ। ତା କାରଣ ରାମାୟଣକୁ ମହାଭାରତକୁ ଗୀତରେ କୁହାଯାଇଛି। ଯୋଉ କଥାକୁ ପ୍ରବନ୍ଧ ଆକାରରେ ଆମେ ଯେମିତି କଥା ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ନ କହି ତାକୁ ଗୀତରେ କହୁଛେ। ବୁଝିଯାଉଛି ନା ଯେମିତି ଆମେ କହିବା ଆରେ ରାମା ମୋ ପାଖକୁ ଆ ମୁଁ ତତେ ଦେବି ସବୁ ପ୍ରକାର ସାହା। ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ରିଡିମିକାଲି ପଦକୁ ପଦ ପକେଇ କହିକି କଥାରେ କହିଦେଲେ ଆମେ ଯେତିକି ମାନେ ଆକର୍ଷିତ ହବ ନାହିଁ, ଗୀତରେ କହିଲେ ସେତିକି ଆକର୍ଷିତ ହବ। ଏ କଥାକୁ ମନ ଭିତରେ ରଖି କାଳିଦାସ କଣ କଲେ? ଭାସ କାଳିଦାସ ଏମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ କବିତାରେ ନାଟକର ସଂଳାପ ଲେଖିବାକୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କଲେ। ସଂଳାପ କହିଲେ ଇଂରାଜୀରେ କଣ କୁହାଯାଏ? ଡାଇଲଗ ବୋଲି କୁହାଯାଏ। ଓକେ, they started to write the dialogue in poetic forms. ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଯେମିତି ତମେ you must have heard ବଷ୍ଟମ ପାଣି। ବଷ୍ଟମ ପାଣିଙ୍କର ଗୀତି ନାଟ୍ୟ ଶୁଣିଥିବ। ଶୁଣିଛ ନା ନାଇଁ? ବଷ୍ଟମ ପାଣିଙ୍କ ଗୀତି ନାଟ୍ୟ ଶୁଣିଛ ସବୁ? ରେଡିଓରେ ହୁଏ, ଟିଭିରେ ହୁଏ। ଗୀତ ଆକାରରେ ନାଟକର ସଂଳାପ ଚରିତ୍ର ମାନେ କହିଥିଲେ। କ୍ଷିତିକି ଭୀତି ହେଲା ପ୍ରବଳ, ପଇସାରେ ପାନ ଦିଟା ତିନିଟା, ଆଉ କଣ ସବୁ ଅଛି ମୋର ଖିଆଲ ପଡୁନି। ବଷ୍ଟମ ପାଣିଙ୍କର ତାଙ୍କ ନାଟକରେ ସବୁ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଡାଇଲଗ ସବୁ ଅଛି। ହାଣି ଗଲି ବର ଖୋବାରେ, ହାଣି ଗଲି ବର ଖୋବା, ଉଠା ଭାତୁଆଣି ଉଠା ଯାଉ ପାଣି, କଣ ଗାଉଛି ବିଠିଆ ଧୋବା। So these are the dialogues. The dialogues are written in poetic forms. And if you see that William Shakespeare has written all his dramas in poetic dialogue. The dialogues are very poems. The dialogues are not prosaic. And it has been established and innovated by the dramatists of 4th and 3rd century BC. ତୃତୀୟ ଚତୁର୍ଥ ଶତାବ୍ଦୀର ନାଟ୍ୟକର ମାନେ ସେମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ନାଟକକୁ ସାହିତ୍ୟକୁ କାବ୍ୟ ଆକାରରେ ଲେଖା ଯାଉଥିଲା। ଆମେ ଏବେ ସିନା ପ୍ରବନ୍ଧ ଦେଖୁଛେ, ଉପନ୍ୟାସ ଦେଖୁଛେ, ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ସବୁ ଦେଖୁଛେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଗରୁ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ କଥା କବିତାରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି। ତେଣୁ କବିତାରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ବେଦ, କବିତାରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଉପନିଷଦ, ସେଇ କାବ୍ୟ ଫର୍ମରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ରାମାୟଣ, ସେଇ କାବ୍ୟ ଫର୍ମରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ମହାଭାରତ। ମହାଭାରତ ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସମୟରେ ପ୍ରବନ୍ଧ ଅନ୍ୟ ଫର୍ମ ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ସବୁ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି। ନାଟକ ଲେଖା ନା ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରୋଜ ଆକାରରେ ନାଟକ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି, ପ୍ରବନ୍ଧ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି, ଉପନ୍ୟାସ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି, ଏକାଙ୍କିକା ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି। ବୁଝିହଉଛି? ଏସବୁ ଗଳ୍ପ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ତା ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସମୟରେ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ସବୁ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଗରୁ ଯାହା ସବୁ ସାହିତ୍ୟରେ ଲେଖା ହଉଥିଲା ସବୁ କାବ୍ୟରେ ଲେଖା ହଉଥିଲା ଇନ୍ ପୋଏଟିକ୍ ଫର୍ମ। ଓକେ, ଫଲୋ ମି ଅର୍ ନଟ୍? ବୁଝିହଉଛି ନା ନାଇଁ? ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ହ୍ୟାଲୋ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଆମେ ମାନେ ବେଶୀ ସମୟ ହେଇଗଲା କି? 7:15 ହେଇଗଲାଣି। ବେଶୀ ସମୟ ହେଇଯାଉଛି କି? ମାନେ ହ୍ୟାଲୋ କୋଅର୍ଡିନେଟର ସାର୍, ସେମାନେ କେହି ଥିଲା ଭଳିଆ ମତେ ଲାଗୁନି, ମୁଁ ବି ଦେଖିପାରୁନି ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ। ତମେ ପିଲାମାନେ ଦେଖିପାରୁଛ ତାଙ୍କୁ?
ହଁ ରଚିତ ଭାଇ।
ହଁ
ହଁ ଭାଇ, ଆଜି ତ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲୁ ଯେ ଇଂଲିଶରେ ବହୁତ ପିଲା ଜଏନ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି। ଇଟ୍ସ ଏ ପ୍ଲେଜର।
ହଁ
ଆଉ ସେମାନେ
ହଁ
ଇନ୍ ଟାଇମରେ ଜଏନ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଆଉ
ହଁ
ବେଶୀ ସଂଖ୍ୟାରେ ହେଲେ ଆମକୁ ବି ଖୁସି ଲାଗିବ। ଆଉ ଇନ୍ ଟାଇମରେ ଜଏନ୍
ହଁ
କରନ୍ତୁ।
ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ ଟିକେ।
ଆଉ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବି ଅନୁରୋଧ, ସେମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଏନ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ପାଖରେ ରଖନ୍ତୁ। ଅନେକ ପିଲା କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ସାର୍ ଆମ ପାଖରେ
ହଁ
ନାହିଁ। ତେଣୁ it is requested to all the learners that they should write their enrollment at the time of joining, because it is a mandatory. And if there will be not 10 students, then the course will not continue. So
ହଁ
I request to our learners as well as you inform our learners that they should write their roll number in their message box or chat box. Uh, I extend my heartful thanks to all the learners as well as our resource persons that he has patiently hearing and patiently give a talk on the very good topic. So on behalf of this institution as well as SC2141, I thank to all the members who are present in this forum. Thank you, bhai. Thank you.
Thank you, bhai. Thank you.
Now we are wind up the class.
Okay. Thank you, all my dear students. Thank you. Let us wind up,
Thank you, sir.
and we'll see
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll continue with this.